What is going on, everybody? Sean Daniel here with Guitar Control. Today's a cool lesson because we're talking about the pentatonic scale, something that's super easy, anybody can do, regardless of your skill level. You might learn something new too. We're going to be running through two pentatonic shapes and then trying to make it creative by using one thing as an example. So make sure you click the link below. I'm going to tab out everything that we're going to do. And at first it's going to start out just sounding like this. Okay, so we need to learn two shapes, then we're going to start maneuvering through them. This isn't about learning just this one thing, this is about really taking shapes, finding out how you can kind of navigate into them, and then making up your own cool, awesome riffs and licks, right? So the only two shapes we need are going to be A minor, pentatonic position 1, which looks like this. E string 5, 8, 5, 7 on the A string. 5, 7 on the D string, 5, 7 on the G string, 5, 8 on the B string, and 5, 8 on the high E string. Forward and backwards. I'm just playing this with my fingers on an acoustic guitar. You can do this with the pick, whatever, electric guitar, it doesn't matter. Make sure you can do it forward and backward. Because it's all about training that muscle memory into your hand and being able to see what's going to be happening here, right? So let's talk about how we're going to maneuver our way through this one shape to make this first lick. Again, that first lick sounds like. Okay? So we're really starting on the root note, but the next pitch up. A, C, D, E, G, A. This is an octave, right? Here's the first A, here's the next A. We're going to slide from 5 to 7 to kind of announce our arrival in A minor pentatonic land. And then we're going to go from here to the 5th fret of the G string to the 5th fret of the B string. This could be kind of considered an A minor arpeggio by some. If we just look at the notes, we've got an A, a C, and an E. Those notes in order make an A minor chord, which really sits well inside of an A minor pentatonic shape, right? So after that, we're going to go 1 fret higher to the high E string 5th fret. So after I get that first A, I'm just going straight down the line on the 5th fret. 7, 5, 5, 5, 1 string higher at a time. And then once I get to the highest string, I'm going to go backward through the scale that we just did, 8 to 5. So and really, once we get here, we're really just going backward through the scale, all the way back to A. A lot of times, what you can use these scales to your advantage is to set a target note. In this case, the target note is going to be A, because we're in the key of A minor, is what I'm thinking, right? So this riff is very A heavy. But I don't want to end on the A, I want to keep it going. I don't want to resolve on the A, I want to keep going through the scale. So I'm actually going to kind of end a little bit of maybe this segment, this phrase, on the 5th fret of the G string. And then maybe into the next phrase, I'm going to hit that A again to announce A again. All right, so again, consult the tab if you want to maybe get a visual of this instead of just trying to memorize everything. But the more you can work your way through a scale shape without having to look at the tab, the better it is, because you're really training your ears, and that's what being a good musician is all about. So the first part of this lick, now where does this part come from? Okay, we're double stopping through a different shape. Double stop just means playing 2 notes at the same time, right? Doubling up on those notes. Now, before we talk about just which notes I'm playing, let's go through the pentatonic scale previous to this position. It starts on a G. Those same notes starting on a G, remember, A, C, D, E, G. If I start here in this position, I get 3, 5 on the low E string, 3, 5 on the A string, 2, 5 on the D string, 2, 5 on the G string, 3, 5 on the B string, and 3, 5 on the high E string. 3-5, 3-5, 2-5, 2-5, 3-5, 3-5. That would be the 5th position of minor pentatonic, if you want to look at it that way. Now, however you want to combine notes from this spot, notes to this spot is going to sound really good, right? It's just finding different locations for those 5 notes all over the fretboard. Really cool thing to do. I'm really going to go focus on this area of that shape. The 5th fret on the B string and the 5th fret on the G string. Now I'm going to play them both at the same time. Again, I'm using my fingers. You can use a pick. Do the exact same thing. So I'm going to grab the top of this shape. The way I see it in my mind's eye is a shape where, you know, you have the left part and the right part, or the top and the bottom. 5, 5th fret on the G and the B string, and then the top of that shape, right? The 2nd fret on the G string and the 3rd fret on the B string. You could use anything. Again, this is just one example. You could really do this from one side of the shape to the other on any 2 strings you want. You could do these. Here. 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 All different ways you can double stop through that one shape, or you can even double stop through that other shape too. But we're just going to grab this to there, okay? So all together, we have the combination of both of these. Do the same thing again. All right, now I'm going to grab the middle of this shape, 5th fret on the D string and G string, and the 2nd fret on the D string. So the first time we end with this, the second time we end with this. Okay? Which, if you notice, what's maybe familiar about these 2 notes? Well, they're in an A minor chord. So having the 2nd fret on the D string, which is an E, the 2nd fret on the G string, which is an A, an E and an A, a 1 and 5 together in A minor, kind of adds a little bit of a resolution to that lick. Because again, remember we talked about how many A's, like the atonal center of what was happening around here is all very dependent on where we end up, where we're going. So this is kind of a good example of maybe how you can see a shape, and then even though, okay, you know, you can drill the shape forward and backwards and whatever, and it sounds cool, but really be thoughtful about where the root note is, where the tonal center is taking you in a shape, how you can kind of get on it, reverse direction, go to different chords and different shapes and positions within the pentatonic scale, and I think it'll really kind of spice up your playing and maybe take something that you previously thought was just kind of a boring, bland-sounding scale shape, and then just kind of use it to your own creativity. Again, this isn't about learning this one lick. This is just kind of a cool way to maybe open up how you see scales and shapes and how they connect to chords in general. So definitely let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see more of. Be sure to click some of the surrounding videos by myself, other great instructors here on the Guitar Control channel. Always looking for your feedback, so let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.